Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew Glaser, and today I'm going to teach you how to determine whether a certain expression is a factor of a certain polynomial function. So the first thing is we just have to understand what it means to be a factor. So imagine you have a value of 12, and I'm trying to determine whether the value of 3 is going to be a factor of 12. So what I can do is simply divide 3 into 12 and determine whether the answer is a whole number or not. In other words, if it has a remainder or not. And if there is no remainder, in other words, if this thing is going to be a whole number, then I indeed know that this value of 3 is a factor of 12. Okay? Simply put, if 3 divides evenly into 12, then 3 is a factor. It also turns out that 4 is also a factor too, but that's kind of beside the point here. All right? So that's our job. Our job here is to figure out whether this thing will divide evenly into that thing. And to help us out, we're going to do synthetic division. Oh, joy, take a look. Bam. So the first thing is I'm going to develop this table by looking at my polynomial function. I'm going to identify the highest power of x. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 to it. 4 plus 1 is going to be a total of 5, and that's going to tell me how many columns I'm going to need inside of my synthetic division table. So now that armed with that, let's just write this will be x to the 4th. That's the coefficient that will go in there. The coefficient of x cubed, coefficient of x squared, coefficient of x, and your constant term. So look back at your polynomial function. What's the coefficient of the x to the 4th? It's a 3, so plug it in. What's the coefficient of x cubed? Well, it's a 1, right? There's an invisible 1 there, okay? What's the coefficient of x squared? Uh-oh, we don't have x squared. Anytime you're missing a certain term, just turn it into a 0. In other words, the coefficient of that term would be 0. Then, move on. Your x coefficient there is going to be a negative 3. And your constant is a 1. Beautiful. Let's erase this so it doesn't confuse us with anything else. Now you're done with that thing. Then go to this thing. That's called your divisor. And what you're going to do is you're going to simply take that and you're going to set it equal to 0. You're going to solve that for x. And the reason why you're going to do that is because that will help you determine the value that's supposed to go inside, or excuse me, to the outside of that synthetic division table. Okay, so negative 1/3. Now, all you're going to do, literally, is just follow these simple series of steps. Okay, drop the 3 straight down. You're always going to do that to the first value. Nothing goes in this box. That's why it's red. Then you're going to take 3 and multiply it by 1/3. Now, to do that, if you're not sure, just do it out on the side. Take negative 1/3, multiply it by 3. Remember, that's the same thing as saying 3 over 1. When you multiply fractions, multiply the numerators, then multiply the denominators, and then do your division. Negative 3 divided by 3 is going to be a negative 1, okay? You're going to take that result and plug it into this adjacent cell, so negative 1. Then simply add the terms of that column together for a total of 0. Then take the new value, 0, multiply it by your term on the outside, negative 1/3. That's a total of 0. Add that together, you get a 0. Take that new value, multiply by the outside value, that's a total of 0. Add this column on up. That's a total of negative 3. And now when you take negative 3 and multiply it by negative 1/3, you're going to get the same absolute value of 1, but yet it has to be positive this time. Okay? Add that together. Now here's the thing. When you add this together, you get a value of 2. Now, this is the all-important box. That's why it's highlighted in green. That represents your remainder. If this value is 0, that means that there is no remainder, and therefore this would be a factor. But if this value is anything other than 0, like, oh, I don't know, 2, well then, what I know is that this is now not a factor of this polynomial function. So the answer is no. It's as simple as that. So I got to do. But one more thing I actually forgot. You also have to like and subscribe. Maybe even tell some of your classmates. And for some reason, it sounds like I'm just hitting puberty now. But anyway, please. I look forward to helping you with more problems. Check out our channel, by the way, because we got thousands of videos out there. Not only in mathematics, but chemistry and physics as well. I can't speak. My mind is moving a million miles a minute. Well, is it though? Yeah, that's the problem. Sometimes when you think too quickly, right? Don't you ever have that happen where you think so fast that you're thinking faster than your mouth can move? Right? And then it sounds like you don't even know what the heck you're talking about. I get that way when I drink a lot of coffee. You ever have that happen to you? Like it's like about 15 minutes after coffee, right? Thanks for watching. Take care.